Welcome back, trainers. A Pokédad here to tell you what you actually need to know to prep yourselves for the Unova Tour. The Road to Unova event is Monday the 24th, 10 a.m. through Saturday, March 1st at 10 a.m. local time, and then we're going to see the global Unova Tour. What I'm going to run you through today is all the paid tickets that are going to be available, just a brief glimpse on those, and then how to actually prep yourselves on what's to come. I am not going to go through every single event spawn. I'm not going to go through what's in the eggs, all that stuff. That information's out there. You can go find it. I'm going to tell you what you actually need to know to prep yourselves for all the stuff that nobody ever talks about, okay? So we are going to have a lot of tickets. Are they going to be worth your money? I've told you guys in the past, I am not going to talk about tickets unless they are worth your money. And here's the deal. They're coming out with a what are they calling it, the tour pass. There's going to be a free version and a paid version. The free version, you're getting a lot of good stuff. You're going to earn your rewards until the end of the event, and the rewards will expire Sunday, March 9th at 6 p.m. local time. Okay, the deluxe version is available for $15. The main thing that you're getting from that deluxe version is going to be an encounter with Victini and the new item, the Lucky Trinket. Depending on how your community is with trading and how often you hit best and lucky friends may determine if you want to go through the expense to try to get this item along with that extra encounter. It is entirely up to you. I'm not going to pressure on that. The $15 is not worth it for me personally, but I definitely could see some value for some trainers. There's going to be a $5 masterwork research, so that's going to reward you. The main thing is shiny Meloetta. Here's what I'm going to tell you. That doesn't expire. It's a special research, so you can actually spend that money and enjoy it over a period of time versus trying to squeeze it into Niantic's hours. So is that worth it? Again, Shiny Meloetta doesn't necessarily do it for me, but it might for some other people. So it's a decent one to spend your money on because you're actually extending the time you are enjoying the game that you paid for over a period of time. The road to the Unova Tour. What are we going to see? We're going to see a lot of raids. Okay, you're going to see some eggs coming into the egg pool with some regional Pokemon. They're going to have shiny debuts. That's fantastic. There is a $5 hatch ticket, which is getting you extra hatch XP, candy, and Stardust, and a black and white hoodie. Okay, and then it will get you encounters with Sigilyph, Maractus, and Bouffalant, which is cool. You're guaranteed then to get each one of those. Not necessarily shiny, but you can get those which are typically region locked. So it's a really nice encounter. If you're big on the eggs and you're out there with your incubators every single day doing that, this may be worth your money just for all of the extra bonuses that you're getting for it. Again, for me personally, I'm more of a raider. So you're going to see me looking a lot more at the incentives on that raid bundle than I am on this hatch ticket, okay? But again, $5 there. $5 for the raid ticket as well. What is that getting you? That is getting you 5 XL candies for the Swords of Justice, those little weather genie guys, 10 for Zekrom and Reshiram, and 25 for Genesect. Do with that what you will with all those XL candies. XL candies are ridiculously hard to get, so I understand. But mostly you're going to get 5,000 additional XP from raids, 1 extra candy per raid, 1 additional XL candy per raid, 2 times Stardust from raids, and then 1 additional free raid pass each day that you're going to have to use each day. So if you're not going to get out every single day and use up your 2 free raid passes and still do extra raids, this is not for you. Don't waste your money on this, okay? But if you are a big raid guy or girl, then and you're going to be doing 3, 4, 5 raids a day, this definitely could be worth it for you just for all the extra bonuses and the fact that you're getting 1 additional free raid pass a day over the course of the 5 days. That would be typically whatever. If you bought 1 raid pass each day, there's your $5 worth of value for 100 Pokecoins each day. So the value is there. You do get some extra bonuses, but if you're not necessarily going to get out each of those days, then it may not be worth it for you. Again, I'm a big raid guy, but I have certain days I am not going to be able to do this many raids, so it's going to be skippable for me as well. Timed researches that are going to give you encounters with all the Swords of Justice, the Genies, and the Genesect forms. So if you do miss those, just keep that in mind. You can see that in the timed research as well. I'm going to run through the raids really fast just so you know what they are for each day of the week so you can kind of understand this a little bit better. Monday, we're going to see Genesect in all of its forms with the legacy move Technoblast in every form. Tuesday, the Swords of Justice, Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion with Sacred Sword. Wednesday, the Weather Genies, Tornadus, Thunderous, and Landorus with their respective legacy moves. Thursday, Reshiram with Fusion Flare. And Friday, Zekrom with Fusion Bolt. Those last 2 days are going to be your biggest ones for when we see the debut of Black and White Kyurem on the weekend. Okay, so try to get out there. Try to do at least 2 of those each day. That's what I really want to prep you guys for. Try to get to 2 of them each day. If you can't, make the Thursday and Friday the priority. The others are more just for collecting. They are great meta Pokemon to have, especially with their legacy moves. But again, just keep in mind in the timed research, you can obtain those. So it may not necessarily be worth it to go out there and get that extra passes. Let's talk about your other prep. Again, the things that nobody ever talks about, that all the trainers always forget. They show up to the event on Saturday and Sunday, and they're so ready to play for 16 hours and realize, oh no, I'm not ready. So we're talking Pokecoins. The most crucial item in the game are the Pokecoins, right? So get out there, get in those gyms, get on Campfire, talk to trainers, beg them to please knock your Pokemon out after those 8 hours and get you your 50 Pokecoins each day. You should be doing this on a regular basis if you're a free-to-play player, but especially this week, take advantage of all 5 of those days. That's 250 Pokecoins. You can buy a 3 Raid Pass bundle for that and enjoy it on the weekend. All right, so just get out there, do that. Again, communicate on Campfire or if you have local friends in the area. Raid passes, you are going to want to stock up as much as you can on your green raid passes and your remote raid passes. The limit is going to be up to 20 each day for the upcoming week, and then unlimited remote raids on the weekend. So if you have any, you're most likely going to want to save them for this event, especially for that Black and White Kyurem. You're going to take advantage of this on the weekends. Check the store, check the web store as well, but especially check the in-game shop for those boxes, those bundles on raid passes. That's typically going to be your best value for your Pokecoins, but make sure you're going online and double checking the value to make sure it's actually worth it as well, and it's a real deal, not just the made-up numbers that they sometimes put up there. Also throughout the week, Poké Balls, huge issue. Trainers get to the end of the week and go, oh no, I only have 50 Pokeballs and I'm going to be playing for 16 hours straight. You need to be spinning Pokestops and opening gifts every day. If you couldn't get out and you couldn't spin a lot of Pokestops that day, then open your 20 gifts every day. Clear, some item storage and, make room for those Pokeballs if you can. As well as Great Balls and Ultra Balls, of course. The next issue we're going to bring up, Pokemon storage and item storage. Totally undervalued. You don't want to be running into the weekend and have all these cool wild spawns and be running into these shinies and everything else, your favorite Pokemon, and then get that terrible message you need to manage your Pokemon storage. That then just forces you to click that 200 Pokecoin, value of buy me more storage, please. So you're going to take some time one day during this week or the prior weekend, and you're going to go ahead and sit down, go through and evaluate your Pokemon storage. I am a shiny lover, and I love my community day shinies. There's nothing like getting 40 of them on a day. It feels fantastic. I don't need 40 of them. I have a rule of 5, and that's I keep 5 shinies. The rest you can get rid of. I know I have a hard time with it every single time, and I always tell other people to do it, and then I won't do it myself. So I can only blame myself. But I have a rule of 5 where you keep 5 of the community day shinies because most likely everybody else played it. So that gives you enough to evolve through the entire evolution line to get those all in the shiny decks, which is awesome. And it gives you a couple to trade. There are some people that will have, didn't get to play it, whatever else. But then remember, there's always the December community day as well, the wrap-up event, where you'll get chances to get them again. So my rule of 5 is kind of what I do for all costumes, shinies, things of that nature. You typically don't need more than 5 unless it's your absolute favorite. And then a similar thing is going to go for your item storage as well. When it comes to your premium items down at the bottom, those evolution items, you will need some Unova stones for this event, but not as many as you probably think you're going to need, and you're going to get them in field research tasks and things like that. But those upgrades, those dragon scales, You don't need 20 Kingdras. You just don't need them. I'm just going to tell you that right now. You need a couple. So save 1 or 2, and that's it. Once you have that evolution, you're pretty much done with that and upgrade, okay? So really evaluate what you need there and reduce that number. And then take your lure modules throughout this week. Again, go to the Pokestops, spin them, get Poké Balls instead, catch some Pokemon. Take advantage of those lure modules to evolve those Pokemon you just need a dex entry for, right? If you just need to evolve an Eevee into Leafeon, put down that lure module, evolve it, and transfer it. I mean, if you need to make space for items and Pokemon, this can be a good way to do it. And again, talk to your community, put it out on Campfire. Hey, we're going to have a lure party at the park. I'm going to be dropping 1 of each kind so I can clear up, some of my space and help other trainers out. And then last but not least, we're going to go through some real life prep as well. A lot of people will get there the day of the event and they're not really ready. They didn't realize that, like here, it's -1 today. They didn't realize it was going to be sub-zero. So they didn't bring their gloves and all that stuff. So we're going to run through that really quick. So especially when it's cold temperatures like it is here, jacket, hat, touchscreen gloves are going to be a huge one. If you don't have touchscreen gloves, don't risk getting frostbite over Pokemon. It's definitely not worth it. If you wind up getting a battery-powered hand warmer, that's always a good thing to have as well. Sometimes those will also dual as a phone charger. So, you're going to want to get that. Make sure everything is charged. All of your auto catchers, all of your phone chargers, your battery phone chargers, get those charged up the day before, leave them on the counter, leave them ready and raring to go, so that way you're 100% ready to go. The other thing that we do as a Poke fam, get a little drawstring bag, just something little, and pack a few snacks and water bottles and Gatorades and things like that, some granola bars, goldfish, pretzels. First off, you don't want to see hangry little Poke kids, right? I mean, my kids, they will tear me apart if I don't have snacks at the right time. So you definitely want to be prepped and keep the day enjoyable for everybody. If you need to take a break, take a break. This goes for me. This goes for everybody. Just keep in mind, it's just a game. It's great to catch all the things. It's great to have the experiences. But just remember, when you're making these memories, playing this game with your Poke fam and friends, or even by yourself, do it at your own pace. Have fun. Enjoy it. Don't just go in it for the grind. I need to get every single thing. I am a huge collector. I've been playing Pokemon since I was a kid. I love going into an event weekend, and oh man, I got 126 shinies this weekend. But if my family is not enjoying it with me, they're not along for the ride, then that takes away from it. So just make sure as you're going along, you do a mental check every now and then. Check in with everybody, see where we're at. Is it getting time for a break? Is it getting time for a snack or some lunch or something? Just always keep that in mind and plan your day around. My fam, what we do is we create a checklist of the raids that we want to make sure we hit during that road leading up or the actual weekend. And we just have a little checklist there. All right, well, we just want to make sure at some point during this time we hit this, and this, right? And that helps us out tremendously because we can check it off the list and say, yep, well, we did do that for you and, whatever. But it helps keep, mental checkpoints throughout the day to know, all right, we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish, but let's move on. Let's have fun. Let's take a break because they are long days. So just keep that in mind. Because as always, what I want you to do is go out there and enjoy the game by yourself or with your Poke fam and friends. I'll catch you next time.